So, I've been covering the International Film Festival of Ottawa. It's been lots of fun. The festival is done now. I do have more content. I've got some reviews today. I've got one more review. I've got the Guy Madden clips. I had an agenda that I laid out yesterday as a short. I drop those every Sunday, and it's changing a little bit. It's tweaking. It's being tweaked. But yeah, so I think all the Guy Madden clips will come out on Friday instead of sprinkling them out Wednesday to Friday. And I'll probably review the Guy Madden film Careful on Thursday. But I just don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen. We're gonna play some things by ear, but let's just get to these reviews. What do you say? So this was for this film right here, The Punk of Natashquan, that played before Meteors, and that was really exciting. I reviewed that film during my Cannes Film Festival coverage from last year, and that was the program notes were written by me, edited by Tommy Sorley, but my name is there. If you go to the IFFO sites, you type in, you find Meteors on the schedule, you will see my name, Michael O'Keefe. I recommended that movie, and I told you some things about it on the internet. So I've already reviewed that, already talked about it. So I tend not to recycle these reviews. I don't like to do this. Sometimes I get asked to do it, and I'll do it. I won't, or I'll do it reluctantly. But this was interesting. The short documentary called The Punk of Natashquan seems semi-illegal, which is kind of neat. It's all good and fine to make a gangster film, but you can't show people how to commit crimes. In this short, we see how these gangsters were able to commit crimes because their community was so remote and the cops had to literally fly in. The lack of their presence allowed things to get out of hand. It's a fun tale, but make sure you don't affiliate yourself with gangsters, okay? A little PSA at the end. All right, Jazz Infernal. This is neat. I was able to talk to a producer of Jazz Infernal on the Canada's Top 10 red carpet back in February, but I actually had not seen the short film. Thankfully, IFFO programmed it, and that has changed. The comments on that red carpet clip are quite brutal. My audience believes the producer isn't jazz literate. But here's the thing. The movie is still fun, and that shouldn't sully your expectations. The jazz club content of the movie is fun. It sort of has frantic energy that reminded me a bit of Whiplash and even moments of that movie Birdman. The jazz music and hectic shots sync up a bit. And you should think that's kind of neat. Primavera. Okay, so we talked about two short films now the feature film. So Jazz Infernal played before Primavera. And they always do that. Doesn't matter where the movie's from, the short film is from Canada. I just want to say, so before Meteors from France, we watched this, The Punk of Natashquan, and that was set in Quebec. Jazz Infernal, Canadian, set before Primavera, which is Italian. So the movie Primavera is a good drama coming from Italy. It sort of reminded me of Luchino Visconti's movie Senso. Both look at a rather troubled female during a tumultuous time for the country. They were at war with the Prussians. The movie Senso is more in dialogue with the historical events themselves, but this movie has it as a backdrop. We've got this young lady here playing the fiddle and having a relatively good time doing it, but she's supposed to marry this military guy who is off fighting for a lot of the movie, and she feels no bond to him. He eventually comes in and finds his future house in disarray. He tries to bring order to chaos, but doesn't know what he's doing, and his brute force is like gasoline on a bonfire. This one has solid period detail, and it's just nice to see Venice. Could we compare it to a Visconti movie? Well, that's probably unfair to do. It's no classic, but is festival fare that did play at TIFF last year. It is quite good, and I found myself distracted at times. It was slightly dramatically janky performance-wise, and the flow wasn't seamless. It was somewhat jarring for me, but still overall, quite solid. Yes, I tell you the truth, I keep it real. It's my opinion, of course. Primavera, Jazz Infernal, and The Punk of Natashquan. I hope you enjoyed these reviews and my IFFO coverage overall. And remember, the festival might be done, but my coverage isn't. It'll go on till at least Friday. All right, Take care, everybody.